In this video, I'll give you a step-by-step plan that I discovered by doing that transformed me from being low energy, not driven, towards highly determined to bring deep happiness into my life and that of my families. And that in 6 months. When I talk to people, I can see that in most cases, low energy, not driven, is the place where most of us are. Yes, a lot of us have a family with children, a socially busy life. Some of us have an exhausting 9-to-5 job, and if not, we are sick and not capable of working, or we have a lot of psychological issues within ourselves, our family, or relationships. And a lot of us have the deep longing for a better life and know that this life is possible, more so that we are meant to live this kind of life. But where on earth do we get the energy to turn the situation around? I myself was again in this situation 6 months ago, in February 2026. I then did two things that changed my life and my energy level entirely. I elaborated more on this shift in this video. Let's go to the first thing I changed. So this is what I changed in those 6 months. And I start with the first month where I lay the beginning point, and that's February 2026. And what I changed is something very minor if you look at it from a distance and you think, well, what can make the difference? But it made an immense difference for me. I started to read those books. It's called the Ringing Cedars books, written by Vladimir Megre. He has written 10 of those books. This is the first one. This is the fourth one, and important if you want to become a co-creator. So I started to read these books, and that's what I did for the first 4 months. Nothing more, nothing less. And the way I read them is also pretty simple. I just read 4 to 8 pages every day. I didn't read, for example, the first book in 3-4 days and that was it, and then a lot of time in between. No, I just steadily read them daily, and I gave myself the time to read them while I was in a relaxed state. Sometimes I came to this forest, it's near to us, our kin's domain. I just relaxed myself a little bit and then I started to read them. I took my time, gave myself the time, or my soul the time, to absorb these words, these sentences, and that's all I did. Except the second thing I did was also related to these books, is that I joined a few online book clubs where people read these books, or they agree to read at home these books. For example, the first 8 chapters of book 1, we agree upon in a group to read them at home, and then we come together monthly, that's what I did, and we discuss or we share what we read, the insights we obtained, the questions we had, and that's what I did. There is a nice foundation, it's called the Anastasia Foundation, where people all over the world, English-speaking people, can come together in those online book clubs. What I forgot to mention is that now I have my own book club that I created on our free community on School. We will soon start with it, so if you want to join us there, you're welcome. There's also more content that I give there, my experiences. We share things there. We're not with a lot of people at this moment. I just started it a week ago, but the people that are there, I can witness. They're very nice people with a deep longing. I think we have, or I managed to reach out for those people that this community is meant for. So you're welcome there to join us, and we will have monthly a book club where we will talk about the books of Vladimir Maigret, and it will be interactive. You can share what you the insights you had, and it's lovely to share this with each other. You're welcome there. I put a link in the description. And what happened is that, and that's the nice thing about those books, what happened to me is that in a slow pace, my soul awoke. That's what always happens when you read these books, because these books are not normal books, not the kind of books that we know. Even the Bible can't, and I love the stories about Jesus, is not that powerful as these books. I knew it, of course. I think I read them, all of these books, these 10 books already, maybe 10 times. So I know the energy that is within these books, and I can just shortly say what happens. So when you read these books, inside these books is a certain melody that when you read it, you should pay attention when you read a book. What you do is, inside your head, you hear those words, and they have a certain tonality. They have a certain melody in it. And that's with every book. But what is special about these books, that this melody that is woven into these words, sentences, has the potential to awaken your soul. And that's something really beautiful that every time happens when I read those books. And that's what I just did. And over time, in those 4 months, you can see it in a curve, in a graphic, the amount of my soul that woke up became bigger and bigger over time, just by reading these books daily. And they got me to a point, I think this time it was after 4 months, I call it this critical point, that the soul has awoken in that much of a, has awoken this much, that suddenly there is this critical point that our soul says, okay, you now awoken my soul in a big amount, that I call upon you to take action. And that's what every time happened with me, and it happened also this time. So I got to this critical point that says, okay, and now it's time to take action. And the beautiful thing about it is that because you're longing for this beautiful life, because that's what's happening, you read this beautiful life that is possible, and your soul knows it, so of course that it's possible. And when your soul sees, okay, yes, it's possible, yes, of course, and yeah, you come to a point that the longing is so big that there is also the necessary energy, because longing is energy, it gives energy. And my energy got already to a higher point after those 4 months, and it said, let's take action. I knew it, of course. I have and I have to be honest, I have the advantage that I did this process already 4 to 5 times. So my soul already knows what happens. I know what has to happen after it. So it was a beautiful co-creation of all of my soul and everything around me. That got me to the point that said, okay, it's time now to co-create this future. I know it's possible. I read it, you gave it to me. So I now say to you, let's do this together, and let's get into this co-creation. And that's what I changed. That's the second thing I changed after 4 months. I started with it in June 2026. Let's get to that point. So we're now in the second thing that I changed in those 6 months, starting at February 2026. And the second thing that I changed, I didn't change it immediately, as already introduced in the first part. I start to make this change from June 2026. From the 5th month, I started to make this change. And I already introduced it. It's something that my soul, when my soul awakens, asks for, and that is to step in that power that we have to become a co-creator, to create our life in the most beautiful sense that we can imagine. That's the most important, and there is in all of us this longing for this pristine state, and it's all in us, most of us. There is a knowledge that how this life looks like. And when you get to this point that your soul says, okay, I'm ready, then this work starts. What I did is I took a piece of paper, a blank sheet of paper, and there in sentences, I wrote down how I want my future to be with my family here on this Kin's domain. And the only focus that I have then is on happiness and joy, profound joy, and true love. Those are the only things that I did at that moment. The big difference that I make between manifesting and co-creating with our Father is the focus you put your future on. So it's important that it's about happiness, joy, and love. And that's all you do. And it's a beautiful thing, because every day you come here, this is the tree where I do this, and you just read that beautiful future, and that's what you do. And of course, at the first time you do this or you read those sentences, it's not going to be there. You're not going to be in the future, because that's the idea. When you pronounce these words, after a while, having pronounced these words, you are in that future. You feel that joy. You feel the softness and the closeness between you and your beloved. That's what it's all about. So that's what I did, and yeah, it's a beautiful process. I go deeper into this subject in an exercise that I unfolded in a video that I put on our free community on School. I don't go deeper into this in this video, but you can find, I put the link in the description, on our free community on School, everything you need to know about these co-creation work with our Father, and you need only 4 hours to get started. So I put it in a very condensed way, so you just need a few hours and you can start off with it. And that's what I did. I started with it in June, July, and also gradually, and that's the beauty of it, by just stepping into your role as a co-creator, you connect with our Father, and you gradually, it's the same like the books, it's a gradual process that brings you into this new civilization that our Father has made for us. It's there, and we have the luck that also the books create already this idea of a new civilization, and you can easily connect with it. And that's what happened to me. So over time, from June, July, I saw my fears going down. I got more and more determined about this future, and yeah, it's like a pit bull, you know. I grab into it, I don't loosen it, my energy level went up, and that's the beauty of it. You don't have to do a lot, you just take little steps during those 6 months. And this is not the first time that I experienced this. It's I think the 3rd time that I really felt this gradual growing of my energy, my determination, my longing in a very organical way. So I wish this all for you, and connect to our school community. I give more content there, and also we're with nice people there, like-minded people, and that will enhance your pace, the process that you will go in. It will make everything more intense, and that's what we need. I wish you all bright thoughts.